Foursquare Technologies, that is our company. We are into virtual products like websites, CRMs, ERPs, and anything that is virtual. Yes, we are into it. And my name is Ganapati. I'm the program director here for a product called Global Internet Sites. We sell websites to both local as well as international clients. And this was an idea that came to me in 2010. And globalinternetsite.com was something that was supposed to have been started in 2010, but due to a lot of constraints, especially I did not find good people, so I had to just keep that idea waiting for some time till I found the right set of people to start it up with. So yes, once I came across the right set of people, yes, we shared some common ideas and common ideologies as well. So we started this. Yes, we started this business in 2000. In May 2014. It's about almost close to 6 months old right now, and there are a couple of other partners as well, Mr. Rahul and Mr. Mahendran. So it's the three of us. We share common ideologies, and each of us are having our own area of domain expertise and technical expertise. For example, if it is anything related to accounts, finance and legal, I will be handling those kind of stuff, and anything that is more technical operations, Rahul will take care of it, and Mahindran is taking care of all the IT related stuff. He has been into the IT field for a long time, so he handles all the IT related stuff around here.
Can you tell us like what is the growth of your company? How much you have achieved till now?
Being a startup, we were very clear that when we start off, we cannot expect much of a growth or much of a response from the crowd. There are a lot of reasons for that, because we are entering a market that is already saturated. Why did we do this? Because we had our own USPs, unique selling points. So we had the confidence that more than our competitors, we would be able to deliver good quality products to our customers. So we went ahead and started this project, because this virtual marketplace where we sell virtual products, it's like an ocean. So anybody with a good set of products can actually get good customers. It's like fishing in the ocean, as simple as that. So we thought, okay, in spite of having so many competitors in the market, and it's a highly saturated market, we can still do it. So we have stuck on to that idea, and yes, initially we had our own strategies in place, but they didn't seem to work. So what do? We improvised on them, we made some changes, and now it has started to pay off. So now we are actually going towards where we want to go.
Okay, sir. What sort of problems did you face during your initial days of startup?
When you start, everything is a problem when you try to start up a company. Finance, then finding a good place, then good set of employees, technical stuff, you have to be very sound. And yes, these are the four challenges, I would say. Finance is something that we were able to arrange for the startup, and again 2 months down the line, when we had another issue, we had to go again sourcing for finance. So that is something that should be pre-planned well, and you should always have backup of some amount of money for your running costs and stuff like that. But apart from that, yes, if you have a good plan, and if your plan works fine, then you're good to go. And you should always have a plan B in case if this doesn't work, then you need to have some sort of a backup to keep your business running. Otherwise, you would have come across a lot of startups who just start up and they disappear in about 2 or 3 months. So we were very clear we don't want to be one of them. So we had our own financial planning and stuff like that. So we never faced that problem, and even when we did, we were able to use our backup plan. So, and the second problem that I was telling about was the infrastructure, finding a good place. A lot of thought was put into the right place for this kind of a business, because this city of Chennai is a very big place and you can set up an office anywhere you want. But so many constraints that we had to look into, because the directors, that is me and the other two directors, we come from different parts of the city, almost different extremes of the city, you can say. So in order for us to come in and go every day, we thought we will find it out somewhere in the heart of the city. So we chose this place close to Vadapani, which is the heart of the city. So yeah, that was one thing. And finding a good place with a lot of, you have to have a lot of thought into finding the right place. For example, it is not about just your convenience. You should look at your employees' convenience as well. The place that you like, your employees may not like, and if they don't like, they're not going to turn up for work. So you will have hard time finding employees if the place is not good as well. So that was the second biggest challenge. But once we finalized on a good place like this, then the third problem was our employees. I mean, we had to source good candidates. We tried all sort of sourcing. We tried consultancies. We tried hiring from the paper. We tried a lot of stuff. Nothing seemed to have worked. Then we had a stall in a job fair. That was probably the best, what do you call it? The best move that we did when it came to our recruitment. We recruited a lot of people in the job fair. Probably I should call us lucky, because it was a good job fair organized by the team. So we got a lot of people for various departments in our organization. So, and most of our employees, almost 70 to 80% of our current employees, they were recruited in the job fair. So
Okay. And can you tell me how you deal the competition? What is your USP, unique selling point?
okay, that's a good question. When it came to virtual products, I told you it is a saturated market. Every street you can find 2 or 3 companies like us. But still, why did we want to start up this is because technically we are very sound when it comes to virtual products. We know in and out of the product that we are selling. So our domain expertise is much more compared to our competitors. So that gave us the biggest confidence to get into this business in the first place. And when it comes to our competitors, yes, for example, there is something called mystery shopping. I'm not sure if you're used to this term. Before we started, or while we were starting this, I called about let's say 100 software development and website designing companies, and I did a research. I never told them that I'm going to start up a business. I told them I'm doing some other business and I just want a website and I want some ERPs and I want all the virtual products. So it was a mystery shopping. You don't reveal your real identity and you call up your competitors to find out how they do business. So for us it was a good experience. We did a lot of market research, and most of the competitors, they were, all of them should I say, they were giving something. It was a package. They said, sir, you will get so many pages, you will get so much of hosting space, so much of bandwidth, so much of what do you call, so many designs, so many, all, yeah. So at the end of the day, there was no human touch to that. Yes, it was like buying vegetables in the market. So when it came to our company, we thought that should not be there. Yeah, if you get a client, you just ask them for the requirements and you design the websites and you give them what they want and you get paid. That's how you do this business. But at the end of the day, that's what everybody does. So what unique selling points should we add? That is when we decided that price should be our biggest unique selling point, because the market rate for a lot of products are already fixed up at certain level. but our price is entirely our price entirely depends on the client that we get. If somebody is also a startup like us and who wants a website, we were ready to do it for damn cheap prices. We were not so particular that no, I will do it only for this much. Even if it is a zero margin where we don't get any sort of profit, we will still go ahead and do it. Why? Because we just wanted to add a lot of portfolio to our, add a lot of clients to our portfolio. So we were not so particular. At the same time, we did not have an upper limit also. So if I get a good client who can actually afford more than what the market rate is, we pitched in for a higher rate and we got, for example, let's say I get 4 customers. One is a very big customer who has been in the business for a very long time who can afford a big website. I sell the same website to that customer for about what, let's say 25,000 to 40,000. And there is a startup just like mine who is just struggling, his entire capital investment is very less. For the same website which I've sold for another customer for 25 or 40,000, I can sell this to this guy for even 3,500 or 4,000. So why do I do it? Why is there no fixed price tag? Is because that is our unique selling point. We quote depending on the customer's capacity, and we've been successful. We are able to do it instead of having, again, at the end of the day, it's our own product and we are allowed to fix whatever price we want. And by doing this, it gives us the flexibility to work with different types of clients rather than focusing on one type of client. Now, if I say my website is only, let's say 10,000 rupees, I'm going to lose both of them. Because one customer is going to think, okay, maybe these guys don't have the capacity to do big websites. And the other customer is going to think, no, this is too much. Maybe I should go for a cheaper website designing company. So we did not want to lose both the customers. We wanted both of them. So price tag is something that we are very flexible on compared to the market. So that is our USP.
Okay, so and you have any unfavorable market conditions?
There's always unfavorable market conditions for virtual products. I wouldn't say unfavorable market conditions. Market conditions are good, but again, as I said, saturation. You have a lot of companies, so that is probably the only unfavorable condition that we have or that we had. So yeah, that is always there. But apart from that, unfavorable market conditions, I don't think so, because the government of India is actually encouraging a lot of entrepreneurs to get into business, to start up new ventures, and whenever there is a new venture getting started up, they need a website. So we are very confident that the market conditions are really good. So we just have to keep looking out for good prospects and good customers. That's it.
And sir, can you tell us, like, there are many rules set up by the government, like some service rules, complex rules, regulations provided by the government, very affected or very under any rule or something like that?
See, whatever the rules are, you have to abide by them at the end of the day. And again, you know about Indian law. If you don't want to be listed under certain thing, you can always list your company as something else. And Indian laws are so flexible that they are not so stringent that you have to list your company only under a software company. There are so many things that you can do. You can list your company as a software development company or a human resource consultancy, or you can just do software consulting. All these 3 things fall under different category, and based on the category that your company falls under, you get a lot of benefits, as well as you get a lot of rules and regulations as well. So when you start up a company, you have to be very clear in what are the rules or what are the laws by which your company, those laws that your company has to follow. And only based on that, when you start up and when you register a company, that is when that you have to be smart enough and pre-plan well in advance and register your company. And as far as our company is concerned, no, we did not have any sort of legal issues or any sort of rules or regulations that we were not able to follow. So whatever it is, we have been able to go through it very easily, smoothly.
How do you ensure good CR or CRM?
CRM, there are, see, at the end of the day, that is the second USP that we have, the next to price. Any customer can reach us 24/7 by email and by phone. Now that is something that I'm not sure how many of our competitors give, because we are in a country where people don't call you at 2 o'clock in the night, but that is slightly changing nowadays. And since we are catering to business customers, not consumers, we are in need of providing support 24/7. So for all our products that we sell in the market, we provide 24/7 support. We provide multiple numbers, we provide multiple email IDs. Our emails are responded within, let's say, 4 hours, and our calls are answered 24/7. So irrespective of whatever the issue is, we will try to get it out, get it rectified within 24 hours. And in case of any sort of scheduled maintenance, we keep the customers informed well in advance. And we have our own unique customer tracking system. We sell CRM, so we have our own CRM to track all the customers to make sure that we don't miss out on any customers' needs.
Okay, sir. And do you have any suggestions for the startups, people who are upcoming?
My first suggestion is please start up, because if you keep an idea with you for too long, there is someone else who is going to get that idea in some time, and they're going to start up before you. Do not wait, start up. And if you don't know how to start up, please refer some websites. There are a lot of guidance and a lot of help that is available, even from the government perspective, as well as from people like us, from other startups, who would be able to help you out on a lot of other things, a lot of consulting, free consulting I'm talking about, because that is very important. There are a lot of youngsters who can't afford paid legal advice, but you can always approach people like us. There are a lot of forums that you can discuss this on. So yes, please do start up. That is the first thing. And hold on to your vision, because in the long run, your vision matters a lot. So if you have a dream, please start working on that dream, as simple as that. And there is always, when you want to start up something, you will always find people to help you out. That should not be a problem.